Buongiorno, buonasera, benvenuti amici. My name is Vincenzo. Welcome to my channel, and the channel is Fountain Pen Therapy. I've got another Chinese pen review for you folks. I gotta tell you, it's February the 24th and Dieman is doing nothing. Mahjong has come up with maybe one pen. Chino keeps repeating, different colors of different models of already established models. Not much out there, but you know what? FULIWEN, I think, has come up with a really nice pen. Anyway, I immediately fell in love with this pen as soon as I saw it. And when I received it, even more. I'm just a little bit weary about that nib. So please stay tuned. Let's see what this pen can do. Okay, so here is the pen. And I've got to say, folks, it might be just me, but this combination of the silver cap with that carbon fiber body and the guilloche pattern on both, to me makes this pen just absolutely gorgeous. I've got to tell you, I've fallen in love with this pen. Now, I want to turn around because it does have the name there, FULIWEN. Now, it's unfortunate I haven't given it any official name. It's referred to as carbon fiber, and I think I've seen versions with different color barrels. I think there's a black or gray or something like that recently. When I purchased it, there was only this gold, and frankly, it's the gold that I'm interested in. Beautiful, springy clip. Now, some would say that this is an inspired design. I'm going to put up on the screen for you two possibilities. The Faber-Castell pen and also the DuPont pen. But I see differences, frankly. And you know what? I like this pen. I simply like this pen. The outside of it is just gorgeous. It is very heavy. I think it's like 50 grams. It's a metal pen, obviously, but the play on that guilloche pattern is just really, really nice. Yes, it's a fingerprint sort of a situation with that silver, but with that metal cap. It is a snap-on, so it's not a twist mechanism. There is that section with these bevels. Give it a nice grip, if you will. Very nice. Again, that guilloche pattern is just almost dreamlike. It mesmerizes when it reflects the light. There is the converter. It's a converter, functions a little rinky-dinky, I would say, but okay. Metal on metal. And then, of course, there's this nib, and I think that is the only, so far, the only drawback I see to this pen is this size 5 nib. Why a number 5 is beyond me. Why? I mean, the pen is gorgeous. Put in number 6. And FULIWENs have some really nice nibs. The nib does have FULIWEN on it. I believe this is a fine. There's no indication, but I believe it is a fine. But they've inscribed the name FULIWEN on it, as you can see. Plastic feed. We shall see if it... usually FULIWEN nibs are pretty good. It sure looks like a fine. We'll see how all of that works out. So there you have the pen. Nice snap. Inside, you do have a plastic lining, so I think it probably will stay wet, although there's quite a bit of distance there, so there's quite a bit of air in there. But having said that, I think this pen is really nice. There you have it, in terms of the interior, exterior features and design. We'll be right back with a size and pen comparison, measurements, and then that writing sample. Okay, so we're back with a size and pen comparison. I tried to take some pens that kind of look similar, and they're all metal pens, in fact. You've got the Dieman Year of the Dragon, the second pen, the A24, that has a very similar guilloche sort of barrel. This is the Jinhao Year of the Dragon. This is your subject pen. Then you have the 92. This is the Jinhao 92, which I think is probably the one that kind of, goes in, but has that guilloche pattern. Then, of course, this is my Dieman D5, just to show the, difference in girth and in length. And you have is it my N8 or my N6? I keep forgetting. This is the N6, the Dieman N6. This is the pen comparison. The pen's uncapped, and right away you could see the downfall of this pen. It just doesn't make sense that they prefer to go with a number 5 nib. With a nice number 6 nib, let me tell you, this pen would have just a completely different look. The same thing with this 92, I think. But maybe I'm just biased. Maybe it'll surprise us in the writing sample. We'll see. So those are the pens, uncapped and unposted. Here are the pens posted. Now, I should say that this A24 doesn't post at all. And they're all pretty ridiculous posters because they sit at the top except for my N6. But I omitted to mention that the subject pen does post. It posts, securely, very high, and it makes the pen really back-weighted because that cap really weighs a lot. So I would not recommend it posted. But should you wish to post, it does post. It just sits there. But like I said, it really back-weighted. So those are the pens, and comparing posted and posted. It's just a little too long in my view. There you have it. We'll come back with some measurements and that writing sample. Stay tuned. So we're back with the writing sample. First of all, the ink. I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to see what this gives. It's the Ambre de Baltique from Jacques Herbin. Now, as we know, yellow inks like this or gold inks, they're difficult inks to get a nice line, and, it's not like blue or black, right? So we'll see what it gives. This is a nice ink, though. The swatch for that ink, here it is on Tomor River paper, Jacques Herbin Ambre de Baltique. Purchased it in 2021. It's a nice color. It should do well with this pen in terms of color. Anyway, we'll see how it performs. With that number 5 size nib, I may not be giving it a running chance, but look, let's see. Might surprise us. So this is the FULIWEN and for lack of a name, it's the carbon fiber gold. The nib is a FULIWEN fine steel and it's a number 5. The ink is Jacques Urbain. Ambre de Baltique. As I suspected, it's a little dry, but I should not say dry. Let's see what, first of all, in terms of any spring, no. It's a pretty stiff nib. I don't believe that you can get any line variation out of this nib. You see, it's not that dry, the ink, and nor the nib. It's just a fine nib. So, again, that's my bias. I just don't like fine nibs. But you know what? It's pretty consistent. It's a fine, stiff nib. Not a nail, but, you know. And with this yellow ink, well, you know, you can't expect big, huge, wet lines. So I would say it is very constant. It's got some smooth feedback. And it is wet. Not a gusher, but it's wet. Fast writing. As you can see, it keeps up. Reverse writing. NO. I think it's ridiculous. I'm giving it to you. But it just goes against my every fiber in my body to use these nibs reverse, but this one doesn't work, so there you have it. In terms of likes and dislikes, I'm going to go for the nib, for the dislike. Major, big stuff. In fact, even this nib, I think I'm going to open it up a little bit and let it flow. Yeah, I know I am stuck with a fine, or you know what, I'm going to put a little 1.4 stub in there, and it's going to be beautiful. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Likes. I like the design. Whether it's a copy or not, I like the design. I like the build quality. Very nice. I like the materials used. Is it the value? I'm putting up the value. I forget what I paid this, but I think the value is okay. Is it a go-to pen? Only if I replace the nib. Otherwise, I just don't like this nib. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this additional review. I think it's a gorgeous pen. It has one major drawback, which is that nib, but it's a number 5 nib, easily replaceable. I like the body of this pen. I like what it looks. This is a real looker, you know, around the table, a conference room. It's gonna be very, very attractive. It does have that Dupont Faber-Castell look. I like that Guilloche look. Very, very nice. I'm going to put a 1.4 Edison stub in that, and we're all set. So there you have it. Thank you very much for joining me in another review. Please subscribe. A lot of you watch but don't subscribe. If you're still listening at this point, please just check that subscribe button. Greatly appreciated. And you know what? Have a great week. Be safe. See you soon. Bye now.